Welcome to Forbidden Planet TV. I'm Andrew Sumner. I'm proud to have a returning guest join us, and that returning guest is none other than the magnificent V. Castro. How are you, mate?
Hello, I'm great.
It, it's
Hope
so
you're
good to
well.
see you again.
Thank
You know what?
you.
It's always great to see you, mate. And
Thank
last
you.
time you were on, we were talking about your beautiful books for Titan, The Haunting of Alejandra, and the upcoming Immortal Pleasures, out next May 24. Both available for order and pre-order from the links here. But this time around, you've got an amazing film project that you're writing the novelisations for, something much awaited. So, V, what can you tell me about it?
Yes, well, I have the very amazing privilege of writing the novelization for Rebel Moon. Zack Snyder's film with Netflix. It's a two-part film, and it is absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you are a science fiction fan, space opera, you will absolutely love this. I think it is something that is so unique. The characters are just, I don't know. When I read the script, I was like, wow, I really like this. This is something different, and it's captivating. And because I had already seen the characters, it had already been cast, I could see it in my mind. And it's the cast, if you see, is great. I mean, it's completely A-list. But the story itself, I've just had the pleasure of really doing a deep dive into it, giving some of the characters backstory. I've loved I mean, it's different writing from your own mind, or going from a book to a script, but going from script to novel is a whole nother, it's a whole nother skill set. But it's also really beautiful because you get to flesh it out. You know, the script is like the bones. I did have to be careful in some parts because there are other projects going on, but it's a great story, and I can't wait for people to see it and read the book, more importantly, because you will get things in the book that you won't get in the film.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great project to be involved in. As you know, we're old friends of Zack Snyder's here at Titan and at Forbidden Planet. He's been on the show a bunch of times as well, and we can't wait for Rebel Moon. And as you say, it's two novels. The first of which is out in December, and I believe the series. I think there's a limited theatre release around about the 12th of December, and then it streams around about mid-December.
Yep.
Your book comes out very shortly afterwards, and then your sequel, The Scargiver, which is the adaptation of the second movie, I think it's April next year, April 2024.
Yes. And also the audiobook comes out on the 26th of December, the same time as the book. So I really I think everyone should watch the film and then buy it for Christmas. Buy the books for Christmas.
Yes.
Pre-order the next book, because again, the films are wonderful. You're going to want to see both the PG-13 and the rated R. But the books are firmly set in the rated R version. So you will get
Of course, could there be any doubt? I'd have been amazed if they weren't.
So you will get some steaminess in there, because there is a love story. There is a love story there. And Cora, as badass as she is, she's also a woman. She's human. And you see that side of her, and you see her tale from a war orphan to a war hero to a rebel. And so it was just a joy to take her through that whole journey. And again, the book, you'll get to see more. You'll get backstory on certain characters that, you don't get to see on film, because, this film, I mean, it's capped at 3 hours. You can't really go further. So the beauty about the book is that there's more freedom. There's more freedom to kind of go into things and describe them, but you will get the same dialogue and the same characters, just that little bit extra. So it's definitely worth buying, whether the audiobook or the physical books. Definitely take the time for those if you're really into science fiction or space opera, I think.
Yeah, I think that's very well said. I mean, the fleshing out of the universe that novelizations such as yours afford, that's the real key. If you're really enjoying a particular universe, a particular ethos, it's good to be able to do that deep dive, which is what you facilitate with your work. I think that's very well said. And of course, an interesting side avenue of your career, your writing career, has become novelizations of either existing IP or of movies. Well, let's do a backstep in 1 second to another one you've done for us at Titan. But something that you've been working on at the moment is you've got some Conan work coming up. And anybody who's a fan of Titan Comics imprint will know that we've just had some amazing success this year with the relaunch Conan the Barbarian comic written by Jim Zub. And it's just proved to be such a rich universe for us. But you have got an epic story coming up in an epic Conan collection next year, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I believe the first story has been released already.
Yeah, the first, it has indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm writing a story about Belit, the Queen of the Black Coast.
Brilliant.
So she is this fierce, sexy, ruthless pirate, to say the least. I mean, she's more than a pirate. She's a queen. She's a goddess. She really is the embodiment of all of these things. But essentially, she's a raider, and she takes what she wants, but more importantly, she gets whatever she wants.
I can't believe that our Titan Books editorial team thought of you for this project, Violet.
I don't know.
Amazing. What is it?
So it was really cool to kind of go back and read all of Howard's work, because it very much had to stay true to Howard's work. Because there have been, a lot of people who've done side stories and different versions of Belit, and but it needed to very much stay in that universe, what little bit we do have of her. So it was great to go into that and create a new story and a new adventure for her. Of course, you'll still see that same character, her ruthlessness, her desire for treasure, and her crew. So yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for people to pick that up. Belit in the Jade Temple. So watch this space and my social media. Titan. I'm not sure if it can be pre-ordered yet, but definitely check it out.
It can't. But when we can reveal more of it, we'll have another conversation. And
absolutely, I saw the cover.
Oh,
wow.
Wonderful. You're way ahead of me.
Amazing.
I haven't seen the cover yet, so amazing.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I totally believe that. And let's take another back step into the realm of Titan Books and movie novelizations or movie IP novelizations. Of course, she had a great success last year, and this book was incredibly well received by fans of this franchise with Aliens Vasquez, which is something you and I discussed about a year ago, and you did a great signing of Forbidden Planet. But you must be so pleased by the response to that book and your handling the character.
It was a dream come true to write this book. I put so much heart and soul into it. I absolutely loved writing it. Like, I can't even believe it was an absolute dream to do. And because this character, even though she dies in the film, people love her. And I was really, blessed to be interviewed for a documentary called Aliens Expanded. And so that should actually come out early next year or this winter. But I interviewed for that and talked more about Aliens Vasquez and the film. But it was just a pleasure to write. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, we finally get more of her. Some people, I will say, were disappointed, and they're like, wait, where's more Vasquez? And I kind of had to come back and say, well, you do have to have xenomorphs in a xenomorph book. And so you could, it was more than just recapping the film. It had to be a fresh story. And so, you know, I take Vasquez and I show you her legacy and what she, you know, at how she got to the point to become a Marine. And then I continue the story, but it's something I really loved. And, you know, it's in paperback now. So definitely this Christmas, grab the hardcover, but paperback is now available. Audiobook is available. So all the super fans, definitely check it out, whether you're a fan of the film or the character. You know, it was great to really, again, flesh out her story and pay homage to her culture, which is my culture.
And I think that was the beautiful thing about it, and I think why it's so successful. The paperback is available in a beautiful signed edition, signed by Violet, from the links attached to our conversation. And I think the success of that novel, and I think the reason why it's been so well received, is you don't just pay homage to her and her culture, but you flesh out her character in a way that's just so utterly believable. So you really do extend her life and extend what we know about her life and her family, but it's completely commensurate with what we know about the character from the movie. I think it's such a beautiful job.
Oh, thank you. I loved it. Was just, I loved it every second.
I remember the day when we were talking about who was assigned to whatever, and you know, and I just remember thinking, well, and at the time. Now, a lot of we at Titan published a lot of your books, but at the time we didn't. But I remember when your name came up when I was chatting to Steve Saffel, my old mate, Professor Steve Saffel.
I love Saffel.
Yeah, what a great guy. Hello, Steve, if you're watching, and I hope that you are. And if you're not, why not? Let me know. And you were just such a perfect choice for it. It was like, yeah, I mean, there's no question that you've got to do it. And I was very pleased that you did.
Oh, thank you. It was dream come true.
No, just a perfect match of author and subject, I think, and again available for pre-order available for order.
Yeah,
Rebel Moon
grab the paperback.
Yeah, grab the paperback now. And Conan is coming next year, and we'll talk about that as we get to it. What else have you got on the horizon, Violet? What's coming up for you in the next couple of months?
Yeah, I mean, basically just promoting what's out now. So, you know, grab your copies of Alejandra for Christmas, the audiobooks, Vasquez, grab it, Immortal Pleasures. You know, right now it's kind of a period of where I'm just writing more stuff. I'm creating more and promoting what I have on now. I've got loads of short stories coming up. I've been really fortunate to actually write a short story for a book based on The Stand. So it's an anthology of loads of different writers. And so, yeah, so I'm going to write a story. And this anthology's, you know, had the blessing of Stephen King, which is really exciting because I grew up reading Stephen King. So that story will come out next year. Yeah, and it's just writing right now, just creating more so I can bring you more cool stories. And yeah, promoting what's already out. So, you know, go to the links, order, and there you go.
Fantastic. And I really can't wait to, I mean, 2024 for you is already going to be an embarrassment of riches, which I can't wait to read, the ones I haven't read already. And I can't wait to hear what you've got coming next.
Yes, thank you.
It'd be amazing. And Violet, I hope you have a fantastic festive period. Whatever
you're
doing.
Thank you. Yes, everybody, happy holidays, even though it seems like so early to say that.
They'll be upon us before you know it. You know the way
I know.
We're racing into Thanksgiving now, and then of course it's the holidays. Yeah. You have a wonderful time. It is lovely to see you.
Thank you.
See you in the new year.
You guys. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. If you're enjoying watching Forbidden Planet TV and you're enjoying watching us talk to the world's most interesting and accomplished filmmakers, authors, artists, musicians, creators, subscribe right here. See you soon.